People of YouTube, my name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you'd like me to do for future anime and cartoon-related videos. So today we are talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Episode 3, and this is kind of an introduction to the third character of the show that we're getting, but it's also kind of a, holy crap moment, because while we got the introduction to the third character, we also got information that one of them is going to die. It said, basically, we got a little information near the end of the episode where there's this giant embryo-looking demon thing in the sky. And it basically said 2018, one of them died. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, oh, 2018 was a different first-year student because it's backdated. But based on what I've seen from the manga when that came out in 2018. So it kind of makes sense that it's currently 2018 in the anime as well. So not that big a difference, but I can definitely see where the confusion would lie if that's something you didn't know beforehand, which is why I was confused. I was like, oh, it was said in the past, so who cares? But no, that is definitely something that is possibly going to happen in the foreseeable future. Which one of the three characters is going to die? I can guarantee you it's not going to be Itadori. He's the main character of the show. So Fujigiri or the new female character, Kugisaki, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. One of those two most likely is going to die. We already saw Fujigiri get his butt kicked a little bit past a couple episodes, so it is definitely a possibility. So let's go into Kurosaki, or Kujisaki. There we go. So we're going to go kind of into her storyline. What's her deal? Basically, she lived out in the country where it was a bunch of old hick folk, rednecks, and they were not keen to outsiders. Basically, her backstory is this really nice woman came from Tokyo, just to live out in the country, get out of the big city, as a lot of people like to do if they've, grown up in a city their entire lives. And basically, they were like, oh, I'll go back to the city, blah, 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 you're a witch, whatever, you don't belong here, etc. And in reality, they were probably just jealous that she had more money than all of them and was able to kind of live there scot-free and hang out with a little girl, give her snacks, etc. She was just a nice human being. So Kugisaki, she decided that she needed to get out of that toxicity. So basically, the main reason she decided to go to the Jujutsu high school was because she wanted to live in Tokyo, but she had no way to afford it, so now she's there. They're all first years. I thought they were third years, so that is my mistake. All three of them are first years, so they are probably around 14, 15 for the age range, even though they look like they're 20, but that is what it is. Her personality is definitely a bit abrasive. We got to see a modeling agent guy asking a girl if she wanted to be a model, and she was like, oh, I'm in a hurry, and then she was just like, what about me? What about me? What about me? And she's definitely portrayed as not the most attractive woman in the world. She's definitely not ugly, but at the same time, she's not like that super attractive model material. She's definitely a little bit full of herself, saying, you two guys are lucky because I'm the one girl that's on your team. She uses a hammer and nails, and she has a dowel, like a figurine. Looks like one of those old corn husk dolls. And she uses that in order to defeat the curses. Unfortunately, a boy is also in the building when they go to test her abilities. Their teacher, their Gojo, goes to test her abilities out. There's a kid in there. And basically, because how curses are created is basically the bigger the population, the smarter the curses, the more powerful the curses. So what we learned is that even a low-level curse, which like a grade 4 or a grade 5 in this case, can figure it out that, hey, if I have a human hostage and hold on to a human hostage, they're going to leave me alone. They're not going to kill me. They're going to let me go about living my life. Now, the one Itadori ended up killing, he got a cool kind of sword, like a little knife, giant butcher's knife thing that has some fur on it, but it has the ability to kill curses. He was told Sukana could not be released because, well, yes, it would terminate all of the curses in that area. It would also draw out something even bigger. So basically, Ganjo is pretty much forbidding him to use Sukuna at this point in time to draw out any of those powers, any of those abilities. So we're probably not going to see that get used, or pretty much every time we'll see he eats a finger, we'll see it used, but he's probably only going to use that in dire situations in which his life is legitimately in danger. So don't look forward to seeing it that often here and there. But kind of going back to her, she is kind of a badass. Definitely, she's like, okay, very logical person too at the same time in bad situations, because she was like, okay, we basically have two options here. This person's holding as a hostage. If I don't drop my weapons, he's going to kill him. If he kills him, I'm going to kill the demon. Then not only I'm going to live, or he's going to end up killing me. The kid's going to live. What is the best logical option at this point in time? And unfortunately, because she has the ability to kill curses, doesn't know the situation with the kid, she sees herself as a more valuable asset. So basically, I think while she did end up dropping her weapons and saving the kid's life, doing the hero role, I think she was also thinking in the back of her mind the entire time it was just a tough decision to make, because in reality, yes, it would have sucked if that kid died, but at the same time, she lives to see another day, lives to kill some more curses and protect even more people in the foreseeable future. It's kind of one of those situations where the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And while, yes, it is kind of a crappy situation, it is what it is. So we'll just go there. She also mentioned that Itadori was the kid that eats glue, and that Fushiguro was the kid that would light stuff on fire. So basically, she got a crazy upbeat idiot and then a super serious character. She definitely doesn't have that Sakura dynamic, so thank you. No Shonen Sakura dynamic, where basically, she's head over heels for the one of them. She's basically a completely useless character. No, I think she is going to be very useful in the foreseeable future. If anything, she actually seems like she might be possibly on par with Fujiguro. If not even possibly stronger, I'm not really sure. At the same time, Itadori is basically, there's something going on with him, because he doesn't even, use the curse. He's punched it through concrete walls. And he was like, oh, it's not even a reinforce, it's not that big a deal, because he ended up saving the kid that way, because they worked as a team. In reality, though, like a normal human, she's like, what? She's like, a normal human cannot punch through a wall. And then she is also like, that is really gross that you ate the fingers. They're really, really nasty. But that's why he's here, because who knows? I mean, honestly, Itadori, at some point, he is probably going to die. So it did say one of the three students, that little kind of memo before we got the end credits and the preview for the next episode. It did say one of them's going to die, and theoretically, at some point, he's going to have to die. So that could have been him. But I don't know. I don't know if it's meant for, like, she's going to die, so don't get attached too much to her. But who knows? There's not a lot of female characters in this, so I highly doubt they would kill the main female character based on what I can see from the wiki page. She's the main female character, so I don't think they're going to kill her off. If they do, it's going to be a ways down the road. We're probably not going to see it this season, which I was surprised. We're actually getting 24 episodes of this. When I looked at the Wikipedia page, I thought it was going to be your standard 13, but no, we're actually getting 24 episodes of this, which is pretty cool, because that's basically like double season. 9 out of 10, though, I'm guessing they're going to split it up, as they love to do. Basically, you get 12 episodes, and then there's going to be a break. You get another 12 episodes, which is extremely annoying. Just keep it going. I want to review the show, but is what it is. We'll keep on chugging along, enjoying the show so far. It's been pretty good so far. As I said, there wasn't really a huge amount of action, but this is definitely one of those more, introduction to the new character. This is what her life is about. I don't know if, like, they drove her out of the town completely, if they ended up killing her, or if it was like a curse thing. We need to get a little bit more background information, like where she gets her abilities from, what if her abilities caused problems in her country village, because she is familiar with seeing curses, and I'm guessing by the way she just had these tools lying around, she is familiar with the ability to kill them as well, which I'm sure she has in her country village. But I think there's a little bit more of a backstory there because we saw like the dark-haired doll beheaded in the snow or something, like she ran out of town quick or something. So my guess is she didn't really necessarily run out of town for the villagers. She ran out of the town, or maybe something bad happened to her. She died or something, because Kushisaki has the ability to obviously see curses, and maybe the curses at the same time were flocking to her because she had that ability to see them and, use that ability for whatever, God knows what. Kids with paranormal abilities aren't easy to come by. That's why there's only 3 students that are first years. And as I said, we know one of them is going to die, so that is also going to put a damper on things, unfortunately. So we are just going to have to wait and see what happens next episode. So let's get into what might possibly happen next episode. I think all 3 of them are going to have to do some good old classic shonen team building exercises through their Kakashi-esque teacher. I don't know why it's always 3. I don't know if you've noticed that. It seems like there's always every time there's a team with a shonen anime, it's always 3 people, specifically 3 people. You look at Demon Slayer, you got the 3 guys. You look at Naruto, you got the 3 characters. You even look at Dragon Ball Z, you could technically say it's Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan at one point, and then Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks at another point. It does. It seems like there's always consistent teams of 3 across the board. But going on to next episode, what I think is going to happen, as I said, probably going to see a few more cursed objects. I don't think we're going to see any more fingers anytime soon. At the same time, we don't know if Itadori already ate 6 of them, because altogether they said the school had 6 of them, and I assume they're going to have him eat all of them. But at the same time, I feel like every time he eats one, the curse gets even more and more powerful, so that could lead to a problem later down the road. And maybe he actually gets to a point where he can fully control the curse, similar to the Naruto Kurama situation with the 9 tails inside of him. I'm guessing that eventually he's going to be able to fully control the curse, fully utilize the powers, and basically he is going to be a major asset, and he can kind of wipe out all the other curses, no problem. Get some demon eyes going on and just wipe everybody out for the foreseeable future. It is an issue right now, obviously, because he hears voices, as we learned in the last episode. So it's definitely getting stronger inside of him, the more of these fingers that he swallows, which is really gross because they're old and decrepit, and they look like they're rotting away. But who knows? We'll definitely have to wait and see. But I'm guessing team building exercises, all 3 of them fighting together side by side for some teamwork. Gojo is maybe there'll be some sort of a lesson that he teaches him there as well. There's got to be other teachers at this school, I assume. We haven't really seen any yet. We haven't really got a lot of, pictures of the school. We got the pan out picture in the dorm rooms next to each other, but other than that, we haven't really seen anything. So we'll just have to see how it plays out. Overall, decent introduction episode. Nothing too major going on. Get some character development, and I'm sure we'll see more of the fighting that we have all come to love of this show that we got in the first and second episode. So I think that basically wraps this up. Thank you for watching. My name is Steve Gray, and as always, have a good one.